How does one accomplish stealing every permanent from the opponent, achieving the most dominant wins possible in all of Magic? Well, the answer is confiscate, and a lot of them. All right, guys, today we're back at it, trolling the Mythic ladder yet again with some nonsense that I feel a little bad about sometimes, but at the same time, I have so much fun playing. I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. My conscience hasn't quite overshadowed how much fun I'm having. And we're playing another confiscate deck, which if you guys haven't seen the last one we did, we're basically going to be yoinking or stealing everything the opponent owns off their battlefield, making it our own, beating them down with their own win cons. If not, we've got our own sort of win cons we can get silly with, but it works off of extravagant replication. Easily my favorite card right now in standard. Love this card. If you guys haven't realized yet, I've played this card probably more than anybody has ever. And it basically copies a permanent every single upkeep that it's out on the battlefield. So if this is on the battlefield, it's a 6 mana do nothing for the turn, but then after that it essentially becomes, you pretty much win the game if you build around it correctly, because we're going to be copying things like confiscate in the late game, which is an enchantment that, you know, attaches to something and you just basically steal it. You can even steal lands. This can attach to any permanent on the battlefield, which means that's going to be our, you know, kind of way of crushing the opponent's soul and not allowing them to play any spells at a certain point in the game, making it assured that we win the game. And our win con, if we don't end up stealing a creature of their own to beat them down with, is going to be kin binding. Kin binding is another really good one that you could just copy a bunch of times and, you know, run them over with one shot if you've got like 5 or 6 of these on the battlefield. And the rest of the deck is a bunch of really good permanents like exiling effects, right? Because you want to make sure you're constantly answering threats off the board. And with things like Orisight, you also ramp into those 6 mana spells, which is nice. Basically, you want permanents that you can copy with the replication as a backup if you don't have the confiscate out there. And because we're in the colors of Jeskai, we get to run really fun card draw like Rediscover the Way, which is another permanent you can keep copying over and over again. And if you copy it, it enters with that first saga. So you're going to actually get to draw 2 cards right away when the upkeep starts after you copy this card, which is really, really nice. And yeah, I mean, not a whole lot to it other than control the board. We've been playing a lot of aggro. We control the board here and eventually take the opponent's will to play out of the game. So this one was fun. I think you guys are going to enjoy this. We had some really silly games here, so we'll jump right into them and we'll see you back here at the end. Peace out. All right, guys, we're playing a deck list, a little bit of a redo on a deck list that we posted about, I mean, how long ago was it? It was like back in December, where we did confiscation to yoink all of our opponents' lands, all of their permanents, and beat them with their own deck. Today we're doing the exact same thing because that video did extremely well, and I want to see what we can do with some of these new cards that we've added to the deck, like kin binding and the new dimensional exile as well. All right, they are finally here and we're playing mono green. Okay, well, we don't have a great starting hand for this. We need to find like a lot of our exiling pieces if we're gonna have a chance here. They're off to a very fast start. If they go double Badger Mole Cub here, it could be really bad. No, looks like they did not have it, thank goodness. I do have a counter spell to kind of slow them down a little bit here, but they've got a lot of excess mana, I would imagine, to work with here because they've got 4 or 5 mana already. Not the start you want to see here. Still only 5 mana to work with. That's good. And they do play a big spell. Thank goodness for that. You know, that could have been bad. I gotta get that Badger Mole off the field. I really need to find like an ill-timed explosion or something too. That'd be really helpful. Going straight away to the Rediscover the Way, looking for some exiling effects. I do have Orisight, right? You have Orisight, but I still think this is probably more important than the replication. I was thinking about grabbing that replication, but nah. Ice Till Explorer back on the battlefield. More mana being produced. Yikes. Okay. They finally respawn after the rope goes off. Sorry, I'm chewing on ice now. Just waiting for the opponent here. Okay, they mill again. Hopefully mill something big. Or Boroid, that'd be great. That's a pretty good card to see, you know, to see go. I'd really like to just get like an ill-timed explosion and be done with the current board state right now. So if I could find one off the Rediscover the Way, I'd be very happy. Thank you, Rediscover the Way. Appreciate that very, very much. We'll drop one of these because we have to, and a land. Bada bing, bada boom. That takes care of that. Nice and easy now. Now, I don't think they can win at this point, you know, going forward, because the go wide strategy is kind of the really tough thing for us to deal with. But anything that's like one creature at a time, we typically deal with very well with our exiling pieces and whatnot. So we'll see. You know what? I could counter something this next turn, but I don't think that matters. I think I'm just gonna go here, and then I'll confiscate this land off of them next turn. That seems good. 2, 4, and then 6. Yeah, we can confiscate this next turn. I should probably confiscate the Bossing Say, actually. The problem is a lot of my removal spells are like non-land, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is gonna get tough. Okay, they bring down another land. Looks like I don't have much of a choice here. Gonna have to go for this for now. Only 2, right? Okay, so 1. I guess this. Man, I can't believe we missed a land drop there. Can't believe we missed a land drop. Yikes. Yeah, I gotta lean on the confiscate, man. And an elf, that's fine. We don't care about the elf. How much damage is this, though? It's gonna be quite a bit here. So we got 2, so we're down to 6. 3 more coming in hot. Confiscate the Bossing Say. That's like the last thing we needed to take care of. I think we'll be all right. Perfect. Clear the field again. Little ill-timed explosion. We'll probably drop you and you. 4 mana left over. I could save this, but I think I'm gonna go with Rediscover the Way. I gotta find like a Maze Mind Tome so I can start gaining some of this life back that we've been losing. That'd be helpful. Chocobo. We can take care of that easy. Oh, way easy. Chocobo, consider it gone. Consider Chocobo out of here. All right, I think we win the game now. We've officially, I'm pretty sure, locked them out of this game. They say nice. Yeah, that was actually really good top deck right there too. Hydra. Sure. Let's do this. I want more cards in hand. I have icebergs. We're good. I have not a lot of blue lands. I need a lot more blue lands here. There's my win con. But Maze Mind Tome seems to be a really good choice too. I don't know. I'm gonna go Kin Binding though for the win. Kin Binding, come on down. All right, and now our win con is now on the field. We can just start taking all of their lands and call it a day. Steal their land. Thank you. Guess I should have taken the untapped one. I don't know what I was thinking there. Another exile for your Chocobo, my friend. You're locked out of the game. There's genuinely nothing they can do. Even if they, I guess they could get like another Bossing Say. That's probably their best bet, but I'd still be able to chump block and then take their Bossing Say next turn. So I genuinely think they're just out of this game. Yoink, that's mine. And the beatdown continues. I could even Bossing Say, oh no, I can't. Wait, yes I can. I have 3 green sources. All right, another elf. See you later, elf. And another yoink. Good game. Yeah, we're on autopilot now. Things have been decided. The fate has been decided. Game over, my friend. All right, here we go. Final yoink. That's mine. And that'll do it. That'll do it, man. Kin Binding was a great addition to this deck because the win con being basically using their own creature to beat them down is really fun, but it doesn't always work out the way we think it's going to. So it's nice to be able to just have a Kin Binding take care of the rest of everything for us. Plus, if we really wanted to be mean, we could have started copying the Kin Binding too, pressuring them even more, and probably could have won the game a turn or two earlier. But I'm here to have some fun today, so we're gonna have as much fun as possible. All right, we're going second, but we have a lot of reactionary spells, so I am absolutely keeping this one. A lot of defensive plays here. Hopefully we can find our Maze Mind Tomes or rediscover the ways. Opponent looked like they might be on like Reanimator or discard, if I had to guess. Let's go red. Wait, no, I should not have gone red. I just realized I just drew another red source. It's fine. Fear missing out. Yeah, so we are working off discard. Kind of makes me wish I had Rest in Peace. I did have it in the deck before. So something to think about. All right, we'll take your Fear of Missing Out. Another trick you can do with this deck that I learned earlier in the day before I added Kin Binding was that you can actually sacrifice your Iceberg, giving them back their Fear of Missing Out later in the game. And what's cool about that play is you can then confiscate it to use it as the win con. If, like, let's say you get all their lands off the battlefield, which I've done before, and opponents will like sit there and make you, show them a win con. Well, that's a good way to do it. You can just sacrifice your Iceberg, give them back a creature, and then confiscate it. All right, so they're filling up their graveyard now. Yeah, they're reanimating some stuff, but they haven't found anything to reanimate yet. All right. Works for me. Let's go Auracite. Take your Baelmerk. Dimensional Exile. Take your Faithful. And then we got Extravagant Replication. Now, if they do have Valgavoth, I think it's sacrificed 3 permanents, not necessarily 3 creatures. So that might be okay if they end up having one of those. Interesting. A little bit of a crazy matchup. I just haven't seen this sort of game plan in a long time. Very old school Rakdos. I like it. 1, 2. Okay, so I can do this, and I can still also get one of these down. All right, it's coming down to this. I mean, I've got Replication down. I'm feeling pretty confident with that on the field. We might want to go with the Auracite, I think, obviously, because it's gonna give us that extra mana. And they've got something here. Sacrifice? Are they gonna sacrifice that? They blow it up with their own Bitter Triumph. Very weird. I guess to reanimate it. That's cool. We'll just draw some cards. I have nothing in hand here. Ooh, that's fun. Hold on. Change of plans. Rediscover the way. We're taking a counterspell, I think. And saying go. We'll keep copying Rediscover the way until the opponent gives us a reason not to. All right, so they do zombify that back to the field. As far as value goes for us, that's huge value because they, could have been bringing back a Valgavoth at some point here, so I'll take it. I think this gets like a free spell or something like that because it's at 7 cards. Yeah, they get a zombify back, but there's nothing to zombify back onto the battlefield, so let's go Rediscover the way. Another one is actually really good. And we'll take a land. And another land because it comes in untapped. All right, so if we Auracite here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 mana left over. I can play the Extravagant Replication as well. And they're gonna kill it again. Okay. Okay, they don't do it that time. Alrighty, Extravagant Replication, sweet. Let's go. I'm just gonna go ahead and scry now, just so I don't hold the priority this whole time because there's really no point in trying trying to pretend like we have something for 1 mana here. That's actually a good card. I'm going to keep that on top just in case. Okay. This is where things get really fun, because when I have, you know, 4 or 5 replications, that's when things get really interesting. So we're going to copy one of these. Oh no, come on. I really wanted to take all their lands this game. I feel like that definitely would have been a game where we took every single land from them. Oh well, GG. All right, we got an interesting one. We do run 26 lands, so I'm going to keep this. I may end up regretting it, but I hope not, because we do have the ramp with the Aura Sight. This could end up being really, really good for us. One more land and I've got the Aura Sight mana, but unfortunately we're up against the Azorius colors, which kind of screams control. And if it's control, I don't have a really good matchup for that, because I have a ton of removal, like so much removal. Yeah, this ain't gonna be good, guys. This is the matchup we don't want to see. And we missed the Aura Sight, you know, mana, which, I mean, let's be real, it was gonna get countered anyways. I'm guessing, oh, this is not what we thought it was. Okay, this is actually going to be Simulacrum Synthesizer, which I don't mind, actually. This got a whole lot better. This just got a whole lot better. Okay. I thought it was just straight Azorius control, so we're feeling good about this one now. There's the synthesizer, sure. I need to take care of that as soon as possible, of course. So Aura Sight again, I think, is the move here. Could use more mana. There we go. Sorry, I just cannot have you keeping that on the field. Now, here's the thing. The opponent's going to hit us with a snare. They're going to get that back for sure, but at least buying me a little bit of time is good. I got to get these down the next 2 turns. Okay, I can live with that. I can 100% live with that. But is it going to be a Battlefront? If it's a Battlefront, I can't really live with that. No Battlefront? Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Not too scared of counter spells with this matchup. Could they have a counter spell? Sure, but I'm not too scared of counter spells. Saw Blades. Okay, so they're working on repurposing Bay as their option here to find that Simulacrum Synthesizer. Ooh, that's a spicy piece. That's a really spicy piece. Oh man, okay. Okay, I can live with that. I am going to take that out of the equation, get that back, and I'm going to Iceberg your Nexus. Okay, I think I'm winning this one. I think I'm winning this one. The battle of permanence. The battle of artifacts and enchantments. At least we know they're not running Ultima, right? So that's good. Can you imagine if they were running Ultima? How silly that would be. Wow, they're going to craft that. Okay, get a couple of 1/1s, but they're going to be pumped up to 2/2s. And we are going to take another Aura Sight. I'm just going to go double replication here. I know I've got the answer for the current field, but I'm at 18 life. I don't care. I'm trying to double up the replication because ultimately I'm looking for confiscation. If I can find a confiscation and just start eating every land, that's how we're gonna beat them into submission here. Alrighty, that's not good. I kind of want them to start getting ahead a little bit here though, or at least getting something going, because I don't want them to concede. Star Cage, that's weird. Okay, I guess to get a token that's bigger than the other two, yeah, sure. All right, please don't concede. I know you really want to, but please don't. I want to see if we can get this thing going, man. Let's draw some cards off of this, and it is a kin binding, our win con. I don't want to play that yet though. I want to wait. I want to wait until I can start stealing some of these lands. Come on, confiscate. I'm looking for confiscate right now. I'm looking for confiscate. Come on, confiscate. Where are you at? No, give me the confiscate. Yes, 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 yes. Here we go. Now we're having fun. I'm gonna let them keep their fountain port for now. Guys, I'm literally doing everything you should not be doing. You should be taking the fountain port here for sure, but I want to keep them with this false sense of ability to continue this game because I don't want them to concede. I'm being a bit of a toxic player at the moment, but it's because I really want to see us steal every land from the opponent here. Next turn is when they're gonna realize that, you know, they're in some serious trouble and they might concede. All right, that is 7 damage though. We gotta be careful. That is 7 damage. The nerves are going just because I really, really want to take every land they have. Okay, this is gonna hurt. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sheesh. Okay. Ill-timed explosion is not terrible. I think we keep that, yeah? Okay. Here we go. You, and you. We'll take that. We'll take that. That, and that. Okay. Now the opponent probably concedes. I would imagine they concede here, but who knows? They might stick around. They might stick around. And then we kin binding. And we say go. Oh my gosh, they're sticking around. Yes, I want them to stick around. I could have countered that. I don't care. I don't care. Let's draw a card. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Iceberg. Take you. And then confiscate. Take you. And that'll do it. A little bit of kin binding for the win here. Oh man, that was disgusting. Hold on, I gotta change the song because it's gonna give me copyright. Oh my gosh. That, my friends, is how you yoink their entire battlefield. Oh my god, dude, that was sick. That was so sick. All right, we get to go first. Our hand looks pretty good. A couple good early counter spells here. I'm gonna go blue on this. Couple counter spells, shut them down, and then take whatever they play after that. I mean, that last game, I don't think we're topping that though, guys. I don't think we're topping that. That was something special. Good card advantage there. Love that. Get us back into the game after we expend all of our resources here, which we will. Maze Mind Tome. Give me another card. All right, Maze Mind Tome drawing me cards now is going to be absolute gasoline. I mean, the curve out here was just disgusting. I'm very, very happy with how this game's going so far. It's a little bit of a, I mean, perfect scenario for us. And the matchup's really good. Angels don't really have much for us here just because of how much removal we have. I mean, we could get flooded. You know, we are getting flooded right now, so it's possible. But we find an Aang's Iceberg. Helpful for sure. Looking for like another drawing effect here. Perfect. Literally perfect. All right, this is gonna be a quick one. Quickest control game ever. Okay, Aang's Iceberg can handle that. Man, they're gonna be so mad. And I don't blame them. They should be mad. Draw. And draw. Uh-oh, we're running out of value. Oh no. This is bad. This is really bad. Uh-oh. No, come on. Surely we can do better than that. Okay, well, I talked too much. I should have been keeping those thought processes to myself, because clearly the game heard me and said, let me teach you a little lesson here, bully. My bad, my bad. My bad. I knew I was gonna get flooded just based on how those lands were hitting my hand. It just felt like a flood situation. I'm like, yeah, this looks like it's gonna turn the tables on me pretty quick. There's a lot of drawing effects though. I've got ill-timed explosion. I've got what is it? Rediscover the way. I always forget the name of that card. I love that card. It's got to be one of my favorites. Interesting choice to take one of my enchantments here. They probably want to take my Maze Mind Tome, just because if you take that, I'm going to end up taking it back. Well, I guess I could just do this, couldn't I? Yeah, if they're going to get it back anyways, let's just sack it and then scry so I can find something helpful like an ill-timed explosion. Actually a better idea, I think. Ooh, Confiscate. Confiscate. Should I have kept that? Probably not. Probably not. I guess we'll try to draw a card first and see if we get something better than a Confiscate, but 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have plenty of mana to play the Confiscate, draw a card, and still get past the ward on this. I think that's the move. Another Sheltered by Ghost could be pretty annoying though. I'm really looking for ill-timed explosion though. That would be the card. That would be the card everyone want here. Come on, ill-timed explosion. That doesn't look like ill-timed explosion. That's okay. We'll just yoink this real quick, using it as our own moving forward. The opponent has protection? No. Man, this stinks, because this should have been like the easiest match of our lives. And we just got absolutely flooded. Just terrible stuff, man. Terrible, terrible stuff. Well, I'm going to gain 4 on the Maze Mind Tome pool next turn. Confiscate probably was a little bit of a bad move, keeping that on top. But if I would have scryed it away, I would have top decked that land, and then who knows what I would have drawn with the Maze Mind Tome. We'll find out here in a second. If it's ill-timed explosion, it probably wouldn't have been as good just because they had that anyways, but wow, they're cooking. They are cooking. Those Sheltered by Ghosts really got him back into this game. Down to 6, wow. Those are going up to 6 in toughness, so even if I had ill-timed explosion, or they're going to even higher than that, 7. Ill-timed explosion wouldn't be enough. And I draw another land. No way. No way. Rediscover the way. I guess that's helpful. Looks like they've got another protection spell ready to go in the works here. There's something holding instant speed right now. I guess it could be the Sanctuary though. Seam Rip. I guess I could Seam Rip away the Sheltered, get back my Aura Sight, and then steal the Exemplar. But even that is not good enough. I think we still lose the game, right? Seam Rip the Sheltered. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've got, what, 6 lands in my hand? It's over. They've got protection spells anyways. Yeah, that went about as poorly as it could have. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better matchup either. Like, I would have picked that matchup hand-picked if I could have. That's really good usually for us, but just couldn't get it done. All right, well, that had to have been some form of karma there, which I probably deserve. This hand looks pretty good. Not crazy, but it looks pretty good. Lot of reactionary things, a lot of exile. I mean, if we're going against if we're going against angels, this would be really, really good. We'll see. Or mono red. I mean, mono red, pretty solid matchup, I think, with this hand. At least we'll have some stuff to target, I hope. Maybe Boros sort of burn. I don't know. Starting their engines, going with the haste threat. It's cat. I guess we can allow that because we can take it with the seam rip. I want to save no more lies for things that I can't really deal with. Like, let's say they want to do like a slick shot show off, right? And they want to plot that or whatever. I think I'm gonna have to lean on my no more lies for something like that, or my iceberg, you know. These I want to make sure we use them up when we can. I'd love to get this down, really. You know what? I am gonna get this down. I need to find a land. I cannot miss land drops. We go from one game where I draw 15 lands, but next game I don't find any. That's how it goes sometimes. And we got an Inti. Okay, so we're working off of discarding now, and we're also working off of... Oh, I guess this was always a discard, huh? Sacrifice this creature, discard, and then draw a card. Interesting. Okay, so is this like Rakdos discard, or are we just straight mono red? Card creature control gains firebending 4 to end a turn. Okay, a lot to think about here. I think it's mono red for sure. I'm gonna pay life for this and just go double seam rip here. Double up on them. And this says discard a card and sacrifice this creature to draw a card. I think they're gonna do that when I go for this next seam rip here. Yep, they are. I'm gonna scry again too, by the way. I want to get this as close to possible of finding a land and also getting this to as you know, 4 life gain. I think that's really important. So the opponent discarded a card that can come back from the graveyard. How does this card work exactly? Whenever at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, they can pay 1 red and it comes back. Good to know. I'd really like to just hit a land so I can go for no more lies and draw a card. That'd be great. On tapping to pass the turn. Good stuff for us. Oh, brother. I really can't buy a land, can I? Gonna have to go get it forcefully again. It'll have to do. Guess I should have probably gotten the multicolored tap land. Okay, starting next turn, we should be okay. We'll have plenty of excess lands to work with. I get an extra card off of Rediscover the Way. Discard a card to draw 2. Still no creature with power 4 or greater. Nothing to be concerned about with the Phoenix coming back. I think we can win this one. As bad of a start as we've had, I think this is still definitely winnable. A lot of discarding. I think they're, you know, they have a lot of, you know, burn and spells that want to blow up creatures. So that's kind of nice for us. We'll grab this one. Okay, so for starters, that's got to go. And then I'm either going to go no more lies or draw a card here. Either way, it only requires 2 mana, so we're not going to have a land come in untapped here. As long as I can keep them away from being able to get a creature that's power 4 greater, we'll be all right. Once they're able to get both the creature that's power 4 greater and the Phoenix down, we're going to be in trouble. Discard and draw. They didn't find anything. We're going to gain 4 life. Let's go. I think we have officially stabilized, guys. Nice. That's a good find right there off the top. Big find right there. Let's go. Instant speed removal, counterspell, draw cards. We've got everything we need here. Everything we could want here. The counterspell not going to do very much good for us when they've got that much mana to work with, you know what I mean? They've got so many cards that are irrelevant to the matchup, though, that they've got to keep discarding to find new stuff. A lot of demolition fields. We got to keep that in mind. Yeah, let's just counter it. I just don't think I'm going to have too many targets for this going forward, so Let's just get it out of our hand now while we can, because they've got so much mana to work with. GG's, we got him. Kind of a boring one. Unlucky, but we'll take it. All right, we got time for one more here. The opponent going first. Hand looks good. Hand looks decent. I may need to use this for red for this. I hope I can top deck a land here. 26 lands, but we'll see. We'll see. We saw what happened last game. Ooh, okay. I got the red source off the top. Love that for us. Boros matchup. Another very aggressive matchup, though. Not that I'm too concerned about it. It's just... wish I could get the counterspell lined up, but it just seems like I can't seem to get it lined up on turn 2 here because I've got something to answer every time. War Leader's Call. Okay, yeah, definitely just gonna hold the counterspells now. I'm gonna just use them all here probably consecutively, like get them all out of the hand. Yep, so thank you. Really? They had a follow-up on that? That's annoying. All right, counters, counters. Let's go. Countering both spells in their hand here. I'm sure it's going to be 2 in a row. 1. Oh, I don't have another blue source. That's all right. Well, they're going to resolve this next one, and then I'll just go ahead and hit him with the ill-timed explosion, I guess. That'll have to do the trick. And this is probably no good anymore. I don't want to drop this, but I feel like I have to. I need the lands. Okay, replication. Not quite there yet, though. Ouch. Well, I can go replication now. I think that'd be pretty good. Get that out of the way. And then rediscover the way will be the nail in the coffin, hopefully. No spell being cast here. I thought for a second there they were going to sneak in the new 1/1 tokens. That would have been pretty bad. We get a free exile of you. Hopefully we can get like an Aang's Iceberg. Aang's Iceberg would have been really nice to take out that, you know what I mean? All right, we're just going to choose a white source here. Yep, we got the Maze Mind Tome. Let's scry away here. Don't need that. Finally at the point where we don't really need lands. I'll take that though. For sure, I'll take that. And we'll take Confiscate. Ooh. Ill-timed explosion seems good. Confiscate. We'll take all of your red sources, I think, first. The red just seems a little bit more important to them, if I had to guess. Leaving them the War Leader's Call for right now is a little dangerous, I know, but I think I'm okay, guys. I think we're chilling. I'm gonna gain 4 life off of both of these eventually too, you know? And don't need either one of those. I'm also trying to set up for, like, you know, trying to steal everything here, not just a couple of things. We're trying to steal everything. That's bad. That's really bad. I think I go here. I need another exiling piece so I can take both the O'Hare and the War Leader's Call here, because that's not good. Yeah, I'll take another one of these. Sure. So we'll start with this. Take you. Then we'll play this. Take the O'Hare. And we'll just draw some cards off of the Maze Mind Tomes. That seems good. Hopefully no haste threats here. Hasty creatures would be really bad right about now. Let's draw some cards. Nice. Very, very nice. Let's just do this one more time. I know I can go Confiscation here, guys. Here's the deal. I'm trying to keep them in the game. We do this all the time. We talk about it all the time. I'm trying to get the maximum payoff here for like the silliest win. We are content creators after all. We got to create the content. So that's what I'm shooting for here. Aang's Iceberg is really good. All right. Going for the clip, as the kids say. I think we passed the turn here. All right, so moving forward, as far as, ooh, yeah, I can't have that. I'm sorry, friend. They might concede here now, but hopefully not. I'm just gonna copy. I'm gonna scry with these, and then I'm gonna copy the replications, so I can just get a big one-shot, steal every land they have. You know what I mean? That's the goal here. That's the goal. I mean, they're going with it. They're asking me to show them my win con, and I will. I will. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. So I can steal 4 of their lands next turn. That's the win con. Darn it. I wanted to play that. Wanted to play that for the win. GG's, man. I mean, we had a crazy good run here. We were about to steal every single land that they had next turn except for 1. I was probably going to leave them with the white source. But yeah, GG's. Another really good game there. The deck feels pretty good. Feels pretty nice.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Fizzy, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. Where's the upload, man? Man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.